You need a change. You need some excitement. Your life feels like it's been missold to you. Damaged goods that you're desperate to return, but sadly, you were born out of warranty. You hate your job. You hate your home. You don't have any family or friends that you feel you can connect to. Student loans, mortgages, bills overdue. You left your dreams to gather dust and crumble like some ancient artifacts in a museum's stockroom. When did it all go so wrong? Nothing has turned out the way you hoped it would when you were a kid. It's all just been a series of compounding mistakes. Why did nobody tell you after a certain point that life just seems to get worse and worse? It's not that you want to die. No, that isn't it at all. You want another throw of the dice. You want to start again, at a different place in a different time. You want to go somewhere where you can begin anew with a completely clean slate. That's when you first hear about the Backrooms. It starts when you see a 4chan post, widely circulated around certain parts of the internet. An enigmatic picture of a strange, featureless office building with sickly yellow wallpaper and text reading, "If you're not careful and you no-clip out of reality in the wrong areas, you'll end up in the backrooms, where it's nothing but the stink of old moist carpet, the madness of mono yellow, the endless background noise of fluorescent lights at a maximum hum buzz, and approximately 600 million square miles of randomly segmented empty rooms to be trapped in. God save you if you hear something wandering around nearby, because it sure as hell has heard you." To most people, this sounds like an existentially terrifying concept, being trapped in some horrifying alternate reality, full of unfamiliar spaces and hellish beasts. But where others see a nightmare, you see opportunity. The Backrooms. Is it just an urban legend, or could such a place be real? With nothing else to sink your time into, you begin your investigations. That's when you start to realize that there's so much more to this whole Backrooms phenomenon than you could have possibly have imagined. There's more than just buzzing lights and yellow wallpaper. According to some fan forums and wiki pages online, the Backrooms is comprised of a huge number of levels, each with its own unique ecosystems, environments, and entities. It's a whole world, a whole dimension unto itself. A place where you could spend years searching and never see all of it. A place where you could up sticks, leave this world behind, and start a new life. However, there's one weighty caveat beneath it all. It's a one-way trip. There's no way of ever getting back from the Backrooms when you're down there. You ask yourself, is this really what you want? Is life so empty that you'd be willing to trade Earth for this beige nightmare? And upon reflection, you realize, yes, you would. The Backrooms is your ultimate destiny. So you begin to prepare. You've been told that while, yes, many people enter the Backrooms by accident, it is equally possible to get there on purpose when you're in the know on what exactly to do. But you're not ready to start your new life in this piss-colored hell world just yet. According to all the sources you're reading online, there are certain preparations and equipment you need to take care of first, or your stay in the Backrooms may be a lot shorter than you intended. Experts in the ways of the Backrooms recommend bringing a first aid kit for treating any possible wounds incurred during your explorations, as well as a weapon. The weapon demands are very specific, recommending a machete or a long knife as an ideal weapon, with firearms being powerful but far too risky. The sound of the report can attract all kinds of unwanted attention from the entities lurking in the otherwise empty hallways. They also recommend bringing a timer, as the concept of time is heavily scattered in the Backrooms, as well as a canteen for storing water. Other than that, Backrooms experts recommend bringing everything you might bring to a particularly intense camping trip. Snacks, a sleeping bag, durable clothing with plenty of spares, a backpack, a headlamp or flashlight, a ski mask, a thick coat, knee and elbow pads, and if you're feeling particularly cautious, light blockers and night vision goggles. You better come in prepared. After all, you're never coming back out again. Next comes actually figuring out how to leave your life behind and enter the Backrooms. You remember what it said on the original post about how people can no-clip out of reality and into this frightening world, like something out of a video game. But how could a person no-clip on purpose? As it turns out, the Backrooms community already has your back there. From years of experience and observation, they've figured out the secrets to no-clipping into the Backrooms. It is important to note that there are no surefire ways of entering the Backrooms, only ways to increase your chances of the no-clip. The community widely lists these as some key places where no-clip potential is far higher. Walls that are a shade darker in abandoned buildings. Doors that they look like they shouldn't lead anywhere or in a random place. Any area that gives paranormal feelings, such as hair standing up, buzzing electric currents, a sense of unease, missing the last step on a flight of stairs and falling on your face, though the official literature specifies that this usually does not work, only in very select flights of stairs, and the anomalous properties of said stairs disappear or move after 2 or so entries using this method. The final stated method is interacting with a glitched chair, though what exactly a glitched chair constitutes is really anyone's guess. You decide that the abandoned building approach is perhaps the most practical way to enter the Backrooms, seeing as you don't feel like intentionally falling down the stairs all day. You decide to spend the next several weeks journeying around your area with all your gathered equipment, ready for the trip of a lifetime. You hop between dilapidated buildings, running your hands across the walls, hoping this would be the one to take you to the place where you want to spend the rest of your existence. It seems almost like your efforts will be fruitless, until you reach the abandoned paper mill about 15 miles from your hometown. On the inside, you feel the strange hum of energy, the raised hairs on the back of your neck. It's almost like there's electricity in the air. Perhaps this is the place. You exhale, trying to calm your nerves and venture further in, looking at the walls until you find one that's conspicuously darker than all the others. Some part of you knows, yes, this is the one. You take another deep breath, inhaling the last lungful of air you'll ever know from this world. You stride towards the dark wall, closing your eyes before the point of contact. You open your eyes, and suddenly, you're there. Welcome to the Backrooms. Is it everything you'd hoped it'd be? The washed-out, ever-present halogen lighting, always flickering slightly in a way that's equal parts intriguing and maddening? The endless rows and rows and rows of hallways with that same almost featureless yellow wallpaper. The stinking eternal carpets, damp with what many believe is spinal fluid. You can hardly believe it. You're actually here. In order to avoid losing your head, you remember the 4 steps from the Backrooms forums. Step 1. Don't panic, as panicking causes you to lose your senses and make noise, which may attract unwanted visitors. Step 2. Make a mental note of your surroundings and determine which level you've landed in. Step 3. Accept the Backrooms as your new home, because you won't be returning to Earth ever again. Step 4. Stay here, as attempting to escape will most likely lead to more dangerous levels. There are no exits from the Backrooms, and it is difficult to even attempt to find one, as you must pass through many dangerous levels and unlikely occurrences. Of course, you plan to follow these rules selectively. What would be the fun in just staying on level 0 for the rest of your life, when there are so many other levels still out there to explore? But still, you know you need to wander around for a while first. The only way to get from level 0 to level 1 is through no-clipping, just like how you got here in the first place. So you decide to take a walk and explore the locale, still haunted by those eerie buzzing noises and the squelch of wet carpet underfoot that makes you feel a little nauseous. The further you venture in, you start to see and hear strange things. Maybe it's the light and sounds seeping into your mind. You read on the forums that while there are no entities lurking on level 0, the spatial anomalies of the level itself can be disorienting, and the stimuli can cause hallucinations, both visual and auditory. And lucky you seem to be experiencing all of them. The humming and buzzing of the fluorescent lights are unbearable sometimes, like a power drill boring its way into each temple. You can't tell if this is a function of the other hallucinations or the thing causing them. There are these awful chittering sounds, like insect legs, and you can't tell if they're coming from the nearby walls or worse, inside your head. Then come the voices. They're identifiably human, but they're not in any language you can recognize. You haven't even been here that long, but already You worry you're going insane. The hours drag on as you wander through the empty zone, a sea of drab, jaundiced yellow. You try your best to count backward from 100 in hopes of drowning out this frightening mental noise, from the voices to the bugs. Every so often, you'll pivot, hearing things moving behind you, and seeing something flash past in the corner of your eye. You just keep repeating to yourself, "It's not real, it's not real." Sometimes you see what looks like distant doors or staircases. Perhaps those will be the way out, your gateway to level 1. But every time, by the time you reach them, they've already gone. Your paranoia is already starting to increase, and the longer time goes on, the worse it gets. You start to focus more on that drab yellow wallpaper. Do you see something moving behind the pattern? Are those insects? No, it can't be. It's all in your head. But you keep thinking, have I seen this section of wallpaper before? You know time and space don't work the way they should in level 0. What if you're just going in circles until you dehydrate or starve? You begin to wonder if your old life back on Earth was really so bad. But it's too late now. You're trapped here. There is no escape. The only way to go is deeper now. And just hope that what you find down there is more horrific than this. The one moment of salvation is when you find yourself in a small square room with manila walls. There you find documents left over from other people who'd been trapped here, reaffirming much of what you already knew. A key part of one of them reads, Level 0. This is the level you are currently within. A unique property of this level is its isolating effect that prevents any two wanderers from seeing or interacting with each other, even when standing in what should be the same location, as well as its shifting non-Euclidean nature. No clipping, as described earlier, is the only safe, documented way to exit this level. Level 1. Reaching this level should be your next goal. Our primary base, which is one of the safest locations for you, is located here. Level 1 takes the appearance of an infinite warehouse, stocked with crates full of supplies. Crates of supplies? That sounds nice. You exit the manila room and keep searching, traveling around on what very well could have been an infinite loop. Welcome to the Backrooms. One way or another, you are going to die down here. And you know on other levels that there are nightmarish creatures lurking around too. But you'll take dying to them over dehydration or starvation. And just when you think you're about to lose your mind, you see it. A wall that seems conspicuously darker than the rest. Could this be? You feel that hum of energy again, the hair standing up on the back of your neck. You smile. Yes, yes it is. Things might not be so bad here after all. You close your eyes and step forward into the unknown. Stick around for level 1. Let's see just how deep this rabbit hole goes.